Hey guys, what's up? This is Diego here at Cinemageddon Reviews. So, I'm back to continue my series of Godzilla movie reviews leading up to the release of Godzilla vs. Kong at the end of March. I've already talked about the 1954 Gojira, Godzilla 1998, Godzilla 2000, and Godzilla Final Wars, and now we're going to keep going with the 2014 American remake of Godzilla. So this movie was directed by Gareth Edwards, the man behind the very good indie film Monsters, as well as Star Wars Rogue One, and it stars Dead Quicksilver, Wanda Maximoff, Not Ra's al Ghul, Walter White, and C-Tech Astronomy. So the story focuses on Aaron Taylor Johnson's character Ford Brody, a Marine lieutenant who's just come home from overseas to be with his wife and son. But eventually he crosses paths with Monarch, a covert organization that studies MUTOs, massive unidentified terrestrial organisms. One of these MUTOs is Godzilla, and soon Godzilla has to fight two other MUTOs while Aaron Taylor Johnson and the military do their part to contain the threat as best they can. And right off the bat, this is the better of the two American remakes we've had. It's not a perfect film, but it has a lot of really good stuff to offer. For one, all the action involving Godzilla and the MUTOs are the best part of the film. It's similar to the 1954 film in the way that it's handled. It's filmed using a lot of low angles and plays a lot with scale to just show how gigantic and unstoppable these monsters are. The design of Godzilla is great. It's faithful to the old Japanese movies, but also has like a new style to it. And of course, the CGI is fantastic. We expected as much. I mean, after all, this is a Hollywood movie. Bryan Cranston and Ken Watanabe are the two best performances in the film, hands down. Ken Watanabe plays a different version of Dr. Serizawa than we got in the original Gojira, and although his character isn't as fleshed out, the performance is what makes him so interesting to watch. And Bryan Cranston delivers a really emotional performance. You just can't help but feel bad for the guy, and in his more intense moments, it's almost hard to watch. But here's where I start to get into the negatives of the movie. He's criminally underused here, and once he's gone, you can feel it. The human aspect of the film seems significantly less interesting when he's gone. As for the main performance, Aaron Taylor Johnson is pretty good. You know, he's not a bad actor, and he's not bad here. This just really isn't his standout performance. Elizabeth Olsen, also underused in the film by the way, is pretty good in the scene she's in, but what's important at the end of the day is you care about their characters, you understand what their motivations are, and you're rooting for them when they get in trouble. But what you really want to watch this movie for is the third act. And this is something that Gareth Edwards has kind of become known for as a director. He always saves the best scenes in his movie for the last 30 to 40 minutes. And if you've seen Rogue One, you know what I'm talking about. What I admire the most in the case of this Godzilla movie is that they managed to involve the human characters in a way that doesn't distract from the monster action, but actually plays an important part in it. And because of Aaron Taylor Johnson's involvement, you get some pretty cool moments with Godzilla and the MUTOs, like the famous Halo jump scene. That being said, the script and the story aren't 100% great either. There's a choice that Aaron Taylor Johnson makes about in the middle of the film where I was just like, wait, seriously? Are you crazy? And it's one of those choices where you could just tell that the only reason they did that was to make the third act more important for the human characters. And there were some aspects of the military that didn't really work for me. The military, about halfway through the movie, makes a certain choice to deal with Godzilla and the MUTOs in a certain way. And Ken Watanabe's telling them, like, don't do it, you'll only make things worse. And they're like, shut up, we're not going to listen to you. And then when it does end up making things worse, they're like, well, that was a bad idea. And the whole time you just can't help but think, hello? What did you guys even expect? Still, as I said before, Godzilla 2014 is still a pretty good movie. The characters and the action make this movie worth the watch, and I still think that this holds up as one of the best Godzilla films we've ever had. So with that said, my rating for Godzilla 2014 is 8.5 out of 10. And that's my review of Godzilla 2014. If you've seen the film, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And how do you think this one holds up compared to the Japanese movies? Now, the next movie that was released after Godzilla was actually Kong Skull Island, but let's just say I'm not quite feeling up to that. Now, I'm sure Sebastian, who is Team Kong all the way, is more up to the task of reviewing that movie than I am, so I'm going to leave that to him. That being said, my next movie review is going to be for Godzilla King of the Monsters, so stay tuned for that video very soon. As always, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Diego for Cinemageddon Reviews, and I'll see y'all next time.